concepts to fashion here in La Jolla, California at the La Jolla International Fashion Film Festival. And we're here with Josh and Nicolai, and they're introducing to us their new film that's up for awards here at the film festival. And lovely to have you both here with us. Welcome to San Diego. I know your long journey over from London. So welcome. And tell us a little bit about your background in working together.
Well, my background is fashion photography. So I started as a fashion photographer and Nicolai is a filmmaker. So we very organically started to work together, merging fashion and film. And from there, we started making films together.
So how long have you been working together?
Oh, well, I think it's more 6-8 years. I would say we started. Some people have not really seen the first things we did, I would say, and then 6 years ago was the first time we were here.
Yeah.
And then we had some that we did.
So you've been here at the festival for 6 years? That's a long time.
Yeah, this is the 6th time we come to show work at the La Jolla Festival.
And we actually had 8 films in the competition here. So several years there was 2 films.
So this year you just have the one film?
The one, yeah. I mean,
the Midnight Trip, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Midnight Trip.
So I'm quite intrigued by the name, and I've only, of course, seen a little bit about it. I haven't seen the movie yet, but tell us a little bit about it.
Well, then it's our producer, Marco Danellis, who came up with a story and invited us to come to LA and shoot it. And it was based on his own dealing with heritage and his idea about a man traveling through the desert and then being forced to be met by his own heritage. In this case, it's a piece of fashion. And he also plays the main character in it.
Was the entire thing filmed in the LA area then?
Yes. They're outside in Palmdale, outside LA.
That's like northeast
Northeast,
of LA.
yeah. Very desert.
In the earthquake zone.
Oh, I did not
We
know
did not
that.
know this.
But we had a real wolf with us, so we were very protected.
Yes, yeah. Our big star is a wolf. So that, like, to us, this experience has been so incredible because so many new things for us, such as shooting
On
location here in Los Angeles. That's something new for us. Working with an actual wolf or a dog playing a wolf, if somebody could say that, but it's that's how it comes across anyway. And yeah, like this whole experience has been a bunch of firsts for us in a really good way.
And I can say that because the other films we had the other years are all filmed in London, and mainly in our own little photo studio we have, where we live with our little dog. And this one that was produced by Marco, we met Marco here.
At the festival?
At the festival, yeah, like 2-3 years ago. And also the makeup artist, Adam, doing the makeup and body paint for the film. The 4 of us all met here, and he said to LA.
Well, that was going to be one of my first questions was, how did you come up with your crew, you know, your videographers, your on-set staff? I mean, you're from London, you're normally filming in other areas, and all of a sudden you're in this whole new region, you're having to get an entire support system to film it and do everything on set. So how did that actually work out?
Well, in this particular case, because usually Nicolai and I, we produce our own films. So and usually in the UK or in Europe. So we have our own crew, and a lot of the roles in the films are also performed by us anyway. In this case, because Marco, besides being an actor, is also a producer and he's from here, so he sourced all the crew, or the majority from here.
Yeah, we would never have been able to do it here without him.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
Being based here.
We showed up and everything was set up in that way for us, which was great. But yeah, well, what Nicolai mentioned before, this meeting here, I think it's definitely the starting point of all of this, and one of the reasons why La Jolla is our priority film festival, I can call it. Like every film that we make, or I think every film that we made in the past 6-7 years, it's always designed to premiere here and then from here go all over the world when possible. But it's always a priority of us to come here first, to start here, because to us that's where all the filmmakers come, the industry is here for fashion films. Fred created such an incredible meeting point for the filmmakers and creators to start. And in our case, Einat and Marco all come from here and we're making things together.
And it's nice this time that most of the crew is from here, from LA and around, so they can actually hopefully come to the festival. I hear the Wolf is coming on the red carpet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great.
That's what we heard. So
yeah, if that was in London, they wouldn't come.
The Wolf is a star because it was a movie.
Yeah.
It's going to walk the red carpet with everybody. That's great. Wonderful. So I agree with you. Fred Sweet, who's the founder and the entire support system background, everything of the entire film festival here. He's an amazing man. Really, really sweet, kind man, and very thoughtful about bringing creative people together. And out of that comes these new things, like for you creating a whole new film out of it, working with you in this area.
We created a creative family here. That's how we often refer to these people as our creative family, and often starts here.
Fred said the same thing. He thinks of this film festival as his family, the people that come here to it. So one of the things our viewers might not know is that this particular film festival, all the films have to have something to do with fashion. So when Josh was referring to designing or creating his movies or their movies for this particular festival, they have to have something to do with fashion. So that's what he's keeping in mind when he's putting together the film. So do either of you have the writing, or do you have another? You do the writing and directing both?
Yeah, in this case it was Marco came up with the story and then we developed it, the three of us together. But the final script is written by us and has been really good. We are very hands-on. Like we don't want anyone else to edit it. We edit it ourselves. Because when we film it, we know how we want to edit it.
You have a picture.
Yeah, and we know how to achieve that, which saves time.
Otherwise, you're downloading that to somebody else and hoping that person, when you're editing, is going to get the right picture.
Which of course can work as well, but because we started working together and it was a successful collaboration, we sort of developed our own way of working and making our own films with that little, that recipe that works for us. So often when we show up in film sets, we're working with other people, when it's just the two of us, we always say, well, we have our own way of doing things. A little disclaimer just in the beginning so people understand that we know what we're going to do with it later. That's why we do things a certain way.
And Josh is a fashion photographer, so we always do still photos, but he takes stills as well for fashion editorials that has been published in magazines.
Yeah, we try to make a whole package with the fashion film, because to us that's one of the aspects of the fashion film. It's like an editorial, but moving action, moving imagery of a magazine editorial. So it's a version of that, like an evolution of the magazine editorial. Goes into string with the story or not, depending on what the filmmaker wants to do. So for us, because we are able to do those things, we like to do an editorial with the films. These days, material for social media such as Instagram and all that, we create separate things just for that within the film story.
So I have this question because when you were talking about the idea of taking photos at the same time you're filming and using those for social media or print media, so my thought is, okay, are you using models or are you using actors or are you using both? I mean, how is that working where you're having to think in terms of how things are going to look, and models have a very different look than regular actors? So
That's a great question, and you're spot on that. I think the way fashion film started, it was literally the way I see it, an evolution from fashion editorial. So the first fashion films were definitely with just models. and when I say just models, I'm talking about the distinction between models and actors. But I think it evolved in a certain way that filmmakers started making stories with narratives, and it's difficult to have somebody to act when they're not trained actors.
Right.
So I think the way we work is to try and find that balance, and then you happen to meet a lot of people when you really look for them. A lot of models that actually have great acting skills, and vice versa. Actors actually from our models. That's usually how we go. Like we try and find people that can fit to both categories.
And then we grab onto them and hold on to them and
work
have them in
with them.
all our films.
It's true because it's a rare breed. It's hard to find somebody who fits into the fashion category, the modeling category, and the acting category. But I think we've been lucky enough that we've been, to have this kind of.
But there's something about when you use fashion, depending on what fashion you're using, the haute couture pieces has a specific size that fits a model and doesn't necessarily fit an actor. So it needs to be people that fit it as well. And so much more gorgeous when it's models.
Well, it's all about high fashion, and like Nicolai said, they have to fit certain pattern, certain type of.
And they know how to wear the fashion, and we always try to get the fashion to have a part of the story or part of the film. So the way they wear it, they do it the right way and make it significant in the story. So,
very interesting. Well, switching subjects a little bit. So, right before our interview today, I found out that you are not only business partners, but life partners. So, people always want to know, how does that work? You know, when you're doing everything together, all of your work together, and your personal life, how do you keep that in balance?
Well, we have our we just bought a house in London, and we have our own photo studio in that house. It's quite big, and we have a little, so we're not sitting on each other's lap all the time. That's good. Okay. And then when we do work together, he is the fashion photographer. He's from London College, where I come more from the film world and production and film photography. And it actually started out with him doing in our studio doing stills, and then I came in and said, I can film a little bit. That's how it started, and then there's a bit more there. And then when we started working together, it still is divided. The different roles. He takes care of the fashion. He has an idea of the fashion. I have an idea about the framing, the color, the light, something. And we write together, we direct together. And in post-production, I go away and do something. Then we sit down and talk about it. If we were doing everything at the same time, we would go back.
Yeah, and also I think we managed to find a good balance. Obviously, I think with everybody having to work together. When we first started, there were things that a few clashes, I'd say, but we were lucky that we quickly figured out what worked best for both of us and how to put those things together without clashing with the other. And I feel so lucky in that sense that for years now we've been working in a way that, we know exactly what we both do, and we do it separately, and we know exactly what we both do together. So there's no issues in that sense. Nobody's trying to take over anybody or anything like that.
And then we have separate, we're not doing these films all the time. Then sometimes I'm doing a photo shoot on my own, and he's doing a photo shoot on my own. So it's not a full-time thing that we work together.
Right. Well, it started as a passion project. Yeah. Those films we were doing it because we wanted to do things for love, really, just to be creative. And then suddenly there were clients interested, festivals and all that. It became more serious. But I think that's a good thing because we started for fun, to be honest, and now we got that's part of our work.
Wonderful. And Josh, I understand you do a lot of fashion photography for special events and runway fashion shows. Yeah. Where's your latest one?
Funnily enough, it was actually in LA. It was in California. I did a studio show in June last month. It was incredible. It was a resort show at the Universal Studios. It took place at the Wisteria Lane movie set or TV set where Housewives was filmed. I've been there. It's incredible. It was out of this world. And the most amazing show that I've been to, and I was looking up to with them.
It's wonderful. And do you have any new movies that you have in the works or that you're thinking about coming out in the future? There's things happening.
Yes, but it's so in development that we can't really say anything
can't say
about
much,
it.
but one thing I think I could say, we're trying to make a film that takes place within the fashion world this time. So, and we're going to create a really good story that takes place within the fashion world. So hopefully next year we'll be here shining.
And then because we're in LA, we always have a feature film in our pocket idea. Fashion feature film. I think that should be the next one.
Yeah, no, we
We have it ready if it is anyone asks.
That's lovely. So you're ready for tomorrow?
Yes.
Tonight is our reception and get together because everybody's tomorrow is the red carpet and awards night. And you're nominated for awards.
Yeah,
We've got 8 nominations. I feel so blessed.
8 nominations this year.
Well, good luck with your awards. I hope that you take many home,
And I look forward to seeing the whole thing. And thank you for joining us here today.